he takes this from inside the 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. The Seminoles offense will have the football first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And that play shows you really with this defense. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Gets it out fast. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Noles will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Mustangs offense will have its first possession of the game. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups.
There he goes! Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really good for big yardage.
How about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fence. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. Off the boot, looking for his man. Throws to the tight end. Downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
They'll move the tight end. A first down run on the doorstep. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back covered it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out in the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it and drive on third down. To the air, it's Randall. Here comes the heat. Got his man. Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. Fourth down is coming. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now it's back to work with this 7-0 lead. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Hunt is in the air. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Never had a chance. Incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Randall. Shoots it to the left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Noles will call on their punt team. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Power football with the run. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Mustangs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They want to throw it. Makes the catch. They get him out of bounds, but a choke play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the left. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs.
And I tell you what, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs it for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you...
And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last blitz. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner is stopped. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on 4th. The Mustangs decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Looking for room. It's up. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time where you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Seminoles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up. Got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Randall. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players. And just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw it in. The short hand, it's 3. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. He slides that just inside the right upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. it with the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Mustangs can really attack on this second and short. Fine play action. Seems it complete to the right. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Because this offense doesn't use the fullback too often, it's almost as if the defense forgot about him on that last play. He goes out and catches the ball for a first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And that one's incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. To the ground with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under fire. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Finds his man. It's fun. Still on his feet at the 45. Racing to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create, sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Takes the handoff. It's Wilcox. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The punt team makes its way onto the field. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their quarterback, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Takes a shot. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Randall. It's complete on the right side. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn it.
They take the lead with the 6. The offense did exactly what it needed
throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Right back to the well. Foul through the defense. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Mustangs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Give to the running back. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Mustangs with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great...
First down and more. And he'll stop in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spirit flaming. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They get him up, rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Here's a heat. Floating away. On the move at the 30. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years, not always dual threats, sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie, and guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better, and you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one. They're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On defense, you're dialed into the quarterback, and you're breaking on the football when he throws. You get a lot of tips, you get a lot of deflections, and then it just happens to bounce to your guy, and your guy does the rest. Takes it all the way back to the house. Big play by this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Gives it on the option. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Randall. And a heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, turnovers, and this defense has been flying around.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the returner will be dragged down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that... game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David.
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up. And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Build that momentum, offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun, the inside kick. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Takes the grab. It's forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it down at the 34.
That's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to...
They've got the lead trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Finds his big tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
To throw, it's Randall. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a third down play. move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. There he goes! Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll lead it with it. Runs through the tackle. It'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kick. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. They'll run this play from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice game. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Used to play fake. Now to throw. Irons on the move. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
Stop them. Get outside. That's your goal line. You stop them.
Reads it, fires complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing it accurately. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Looking downfield, it's Randall. Right on the money. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
So now it's 2nd and long. He's got it on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. They boot it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Noles will hustle to the line.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you want to keep it.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Timeout called by the defense is their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield. It's Randall. Got his man in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the guy wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted, the defense is set up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this defense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them. Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You throw it, you run it, that time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.